Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's very hard puzzle, and it's called Spooky Action at a Distance by Signe. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell on the grid, place a single digit such that every row, column, and designated 9-cell region contains the digits 1 through 9 exactly once each. We have digits on a gray palindrome line read the same forward and backwards. So it reads the same going this way as a number as it would going this way as a number. And that's an example of how palindrome lines work. We have adjacent digits along a green German whisper line must differ by at least 5. And I call these whisper 5 lines because a setter came up with this designation, and I thought it made a lot of sense because you can easily extend it to other types of whisper lines. For example, whisper 4, whisper 3, whisper 6, whisper 7, etc. lines. So if anytime I say whisper 5, know that it's the same as German whisper lines. And as an example of a whisper 5 line, say this was a 3 here. This would have to be 8 or 9 because those are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. So that's an example of how a whisper 5 / German whisper line works. We also have digits separated by a white crop key dot are consecutive. So for example, if this were say a 6 here, this would have to be 5 or 7 to make sure that these digits are consecutive. Digits separated by a black crop key dot are in a 2-to-1 ratio. So for example, if this was a 2, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain the 1-to-2 ratio between them. And those are all the rules. If you'd like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, let's look at box 7, which has all digits on a whisper 5 line except for 1. There's only one digit which cannot be on a whisper 5 line, and it's 5. And the reason why you know that is subtract 5 or more from 5. What do you get? You get 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. If you add 5 or more to 5, you get 10 or more, which is not a digit. So 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line, so therefore this must be 5 here. What every digit in the rest of this box is between 2 unique digits on a whisper 5 line. But 2 digits outside, so 5 cannot be on a whisper 5 line. 4 and 6 can only be next to 1 unique digit on a whisper 5 line. Therefore, none of these can be 4 and 6. Where are the 4 and 6 in this box? It must be here. So this is 4, 6 as a pair, and they must specifically be next to 1 and 9. Now, 3 and 7 has to be somewhere in the box, and 3 can only be next to 8 and 9, and 7 can only be next to 1 or 2. So therefore, this has to, if this is 9, this must be 3, guaranteed, because 3 can only be next to 2 unique digits, but 3 has to be next to 2 unique digits in this box. Same with 7. 7 can only be next to 2 unique digits, but it has to be next to 2 unique digits in this box. So this must be then 3, 7, and 3 or 7 here. Because if 1 is here, 7 would have to be here. If 9 is here, 3 would have to be here. Same thing with this situation. So then this becomes a 2-8 pair. Okay. That is interesting. Now let's mark every digit on this palindrome. So let's do it with letters. We have A here, B, C and C, D and D, E and E, F and F, G and G, H and H, I and I, J, J, K, K, L, L, M, M, N, N, O, O, P, P, Q, Q, R, R, S, S, T, and T. So these are all the pairs of digits that are the same. Excuse me. D, where can D be in row 2? Cannot be here because D is in the box. Cannot be F or H because it sees F or H in the same box here. So D has to be this cell here in row 2. Can we get A similarly? A has to be R, Q, P, or J. It could be any of them. Or J. B has to be one of these three. So B has to be 2, 8, or 3, 7. Because we have B here and B here. And it cannot be 7. So B has to be one of these three. So B has to be 2, 8, or 3 here. Because it can't be 7. 7 cannot be in a 1 to 2 ratio with any unique digit. Because 7 halved is 3.5. 7 doubled is 14, neither of which are digits. So if this is 2, 8, this would have to be 1 or 4. If this is 3, it would have to be 6 here. Okay. So this is 2, 3, or 8. C, we don't have very much information. E has to be one of these, and it could be I. So that's not helpful. F is here, F is here. So F is one of these three. It could be B, that's fine. G has to be one of these two. It cannot be E, so G has to be one of these. H is here, H is here. So F can be one of these three. H could be one of those three. I is here, I is here. It could be any of those three. J and J cannot, it could be T. So J can be any of those three. K and K means K could be there. L and L means L has to be here. It cannot be I. So L is one of these two. M and M have to be one of these three. So this would be then 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. That's pretty broad. N and N also have to be 1, 3, 6, 7, 4, 9. So M has to be here and N has to be here. Okay. Where is O in box 6? Cannot be here, cannot be here. Can't be K and J because these two see that cell. So this O has to be here. Which means it cannot be I. This is an O combination. So this is an OL pair here, guaranteed. So this has to be O and L. L, well, it couldn't be the same because it can't be there, right? So this is L and O. So D could be the same as O, or it could be the same as L. We're not sure which. N has to be 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. So we got O twice there. O cannot be M or N. It cannot be S. So O has to be here in box 8. Right? Can't be here, can't be here. It's MS or N or this extra space. And it cannot be M and N because they are in the same box here. And it can't be S because they're in the same box here. So this must be O. Which means O is one of these three. Okay. P. P has to be C, F, or A. So C, A, or F. Q is here, Q is here. Q is also C, A, or F. We have S here, E and H, or this cell. T cannot be here or here. So T has to be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. T cannot be here or here. It's R, P, Q, or J. But T sees both R, P, and Q. So T has to be equal to J. So J is T. Because R, P, and Q, so T can't be here, T can't be here. Therefore, it's one of these four. It cannot be R, P, and Q because these R, P, and Q sees that T there. So T has to be there. It's the same as J. So A has to be R, P, or Q, which means A is here. So A has to be one of these three in box 7. It's RPQ here. Cannot be R. So A is not R, it's P or Q. So we know A is one of these two. A is one of these two. Right? So A has to be one of these two, PQ. A's here, A is one of these. So A has to be 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9. Also, T is the same. T has to be one of these three. T cannot be, well, no T's here. T can't be here, T can't be here. So T is one of these three. A is one of these three. Okay. S is here, S is here. We had... A could be I. P, P, and CAF. Q, Q, and CAF. So Q cannot be C. So Q is either A or F. But P can be any of those three. Okay. C cannot be 4 or 6. The C has to be 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it could be 5. Oh, T could also be 5. Ooh. Right. So this could be 5. That's not great. A could also be 5. Ooh. Okay, so let's remove these then, because that's not correct. A just can't be here or here, but it could include the 5. T cannot be here or here, but it could include the 5. Hmm. Um, hmm. Um, M and N still cannot be 5 because they eliminate those cells. Um, where do we start coloring? Can we start coloring here? Maybe. Okay. This is light. This is light. Oops, not medium. This is light, and this is light. Okay. Blue is here. Yellow is here. Red is here. Pink is here. O is this one, so it's dark. So the remaining 3 colors, this can't be light or green, so this has to be orange. Interesting. So this is light. No, that's not true. What are we missing? We are missing medium. So this could be medium or orange. Then we have medium orange or green here. So we have light here. So remaining colors in column 4. We have orange, medium, blue, and yellow. And yellow, so this is cannot be yellow, so it's blue, orange, or medium. So that means this can't be yellow here, correspondingly. This sees green, but that's not helpful. Remaining colors of column 5. We have green, orange, medium, and light. And dark. Can't be medium. This medium eliminates medium here, so it's green and orange. Okay. So this is green, orange, dark, or light, correspondingly. So is G. Green, orange, dark, and light. And we don't know what that is. K is green, orange, or medium. Green, orange, or medium. Remaining colors of column 6. We have green, orange, medium, and red. So this is green, orange, medium, or red. H is also green, orange, medium, or red. So we have 3 of those. That's interesting. F is green, medium. No, orange, yellow, medium, and blue. Okay. We do. Okay, so this is L or O, so it has to be dark. So L cannot be green or dark or light. So L could be medium, no dark, no green. Could be pink, orange, red, yellow, blue. So this is dark or medium, pink, orange, red, yellow, or blue. That's a lot. Okay. Oh. These have to match. The only one that matches is dark. Right? This eliminates, an orange. Dark and orange. So green and light cannot be here because it's matching that. So no green, no light. So this is orange or dark. This is orange or dark also. And this is then orange or dark, no green or light. We know light has to be one of those two. So that's T. So we don't know which one is L here. Okay. This is okay. So this cannot be 1 or O cannot be 1 or 9. Because if it's 1, that would force this to be 2. If it's 9, that would force this to be 8. I think it could be any other digit, though. So 2 through 8 is possible. 2 could be next to 1 or 3. 3 could be next to 4. 4 could be next to 3. 5 could be next to 4 or 6. 6 could be next to 7. 7 would be next to 6. And 8 would be next to 7 or 9. So those are the possibilities. Oh, okay. So if this were 3 here, this would have to be 9. This would be 1. But then you would no longer have 2 digits in a 1 to 2 ratio here, right? Because 3 would eliminate the possibility of having 3, 6, which means this would have to be 1, 2, 4, 8 as a pair. But that's not possible. So this has to be 7. 7's next to 1, which is next to 6. 7's next to 2 also, which makes that 8. This is 3 then, next to 9, which is next to 4. So this is 5, 7, 9, which means these have to be in a 1 to 2 ratio. Which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8. Okay, that means this cannot be... A cannot be 3, obviously. It cannot be 4 or 9. So A is 1, 5, 6, or 7. Okay. T cannot be 1, 2, 7. So it's 3, 5, 8, 9. Okay. This 1, 7, 2 eliminates 1, 7, and 2 in the rest of the row. So no 1, 7, no 2, 7 here. This can't be 6. So 1 can never be M. because if 1 were M, yeah, 1, okay, so M has to be 3, 4, or 9. N has to be 3, 4, or 9, because again, they must match these 3 cells. 3 and 4 can be next to 3, 4, 5, or it can be next to 8. So O is 3, 4, 5, or 8. Okay. This is 2, 3, or 8. 2, 3, or 8. Well, that doesn't change much. um, So, okay, this is medium here. Oh, this helps a little bit. This is medium, this is orange, this is dark. So this medium means this can't be medium here. So therefore, medium cannot be any of these L's here. Orange, this orange eliminates orange here. So this is not orange, therefore D is the same as O. So that eliminates dark in the rest of the box. Therefore, this is not orange, it's dark. And it must be 3, 4. It cannot be 5 then. It's 3, 4, or 8. So this can't be dark either. G cannot be dark. Orange eliminates orange here, so this is green or medium. So no orange here. This is green or medium. L has to be one of these. So it's blue, yellow, red, pink, or orange. Cannot be orange because it sees the M there. So blue, yellow, pink, or red. So one of these. It's not the same as A, though. So A is blue or yellow. Interesting. B, we don't have any information on, really. It's 2, 3, or 8, that's all. Okay, so O, we have a lot of information. O is one of these two. O cannot be here or here. So it's one of these 4. It cannot be C. So O has to be one of these two or here. Okay. O cannot be 3 or 4. So it has to be 8. So O is 8. Which means orange is 9. So this is 9 and this is 9. That eliminates 9 in N. So that's 3 or 4. This can't be 8 or 9. T is 3 or 5. Okay, so that eliminates 8 from the rest of the column. This B is 2 or 3. So this cannot be 8. A is one of those two. This is D. This has to be L. So there's no orange here. So this is L. Okay. We have these. Okay. We know light is one of these two. Light cannot be here and cannot be here, so light has to be one of these two. So that's T again. Let's just start coloring, I guess. One of those is light. One of these is light. We're not sure which. Can't be here. So light has to be one of these 5. That's not very helpful. So this is dark. Ah, this is dark. So that's O, which means this can't be O. So this must be O here. So that's dark, and it's 8, which means this can't be O. This has to be dark and 8. Okay, so let's remove the coloring there. We have all the 8s set. 9. Okay, so this cannot be orange. I don't know how I got orange there. I missed one then. We have red. This could also be pink. So that's not orange. It has to be pink. Ooh. I hope I didn't miss it. I don't think I used that anywhere, so that's fine. Yeah, that was kind of a mess up. Okay, well, that's fine. I didn't use that, so that's fine. Hmm. Green is one of these 2. Remaining digits in row 7. We have 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Which means 6 is one of these 2. That means it's R, Q, or P. Which means 6 is one of these 3. Huh. Okay. Um. We don't know where N is. Okay, so we can remove P and Q here because we have essentially similar ideas. No O there because O was there anyways. Oh, this is 3, 4. This is 3, 4, and 5. Well, 5 cannot be here. This is, oh wait, no, that's not true. T is one of these. Never mind. But we know this becomes a 3, 4, 5, 6 quadruplet. So that means in one of these, with the T being there. So therefore, these cannot have 3, 4, 5, or 6. So it has to be 1, 2, or 7 here. And one of these could be 1, 2, or 7. Obviously, this can't be 5 here. So if this were light, that would not work. 3 cannot be here because of 3 in the row. Remaining digits of row 9 are 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so then these are 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay. Well, we don't know which one of these this is. Oh, this is not orange or medium. Yellow has to be one of those two. So it's either A or F. So one of these two is yellow. So yellow cannot be here. Remaining digits of row 8 are 1, 2, 3. Oops. Are 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 5, 6, 7. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 there. So T is 3 or 5. Hmm. How do I disambiguate this part? Okay, so this is orange. And medium is one of these two. Hmm. Um. Okay, we have to use these. So I could be N. Could be this one or this one. It just cannot be light. So I is one of these guaranteed, but that doesn't help us right now. Six has to be one of these two. So L is the same here, here, and here. It could be the same as S. It could be the same as R, Q, or P. It cannot be the same as A, though. Hmm. So L has to be one of these four. It's one of these four. Mm. E has to be one of these three. It's not helpful. F has to be, again, one of these three. H has to be one of these three. Hmm. Hmm. Um. Hmm. Where is A in row 1? It cannot be here because of A in the column. Can't be here because B is the same as B, and A and B are in the same box. Can't be any of these because of A in the box. Can't be G because it's the same cell as G. And it can't be L because they're in the same row. So A has to be in row 1, either here or here. Okay. If it's here, it's obviously 1. Um. Oh. So A, where's A in box 1? Can't be here or here. Can't be B, can't be 8. So A has to be one of these two digits here. Interesting. So if it's here, it's 1. If it's here, it's 5 or 7. Um, Actually, it could be 6, I guess. Ooh, never mind. So if it's 1 or 6 there, it's 5 or 7 there. So therefore, these would be A's. It would have to be 5 or 7. Mm-mm. Be one of these. One of these. Could it be I? Maybe. No, it cannot be I. It could be I. A cannot be here, so A is one of these. It cannot be N. It cannot be L. So A has to be one of these three here. Hmm. Huh. Um. Hmm. So orange has to be one of these three in box 4. It's one of these two in box 5. Cannot be here. It's one of these 4 in box 6. No, this cannot be I. because it's the same as that. So what colors can this be? We've colored everything except for B and I believe. So let's start coloring those. So I cannot be, it cannot be light, could be medium, no dark because that's 8. Could be green, could be pink, no orange, red, yellow, or blue. So we have no red or yellow. So we have medium, pink, orange, and blue as possibilities for I. Um, hmm. What about B? B cannot be light, could be medium, no dark, could be green, no pink. It could be orange, no orange. It could be red, yellow, or blue. So medium, blue, red, yellow, or green. Okay, that's pretty broad still. Okay, no blue because of blue in the row. So red, yellow, green, or medium. That don't help much. Interesting. So if it's A's here, that means it's 1 or 6. If it's 1, that means that's 1 and that's 2. So B would be 3 and this would be 6. If it's 6, this is obviously 6 and 3, so this would have to be 2 and that would be 2. But does that tell us anything? Not particularly. B cannot be C or E. It cannot be A, cannot be G. So it's one of these 4. Obviously, if it's F or H, it's fine. Do I just try things out? Maybe. If T is 3, so this is 3. That means N is 4. B would have to be 2. So that's interesting. So this would have to be a 3-6 pair. Oh, that's one thing. Right. We know one of these has to be a 3-6 pair. So this cannot be 3 or 6 here. And the other one must be 2 with 1 or 4. So this can't be 2. Oh, this is 1 or 4. Okay. Guess that makes sense. Okay. So again, let's try if T were 3. That means all of these are 3. That would mean B is 2. So this would have to be a 1-4 pair. This would have to be a 3-6 pair here. This This 1, 4 pair would eliminate 1 and 4 in the rest of the box. So this would be 3 and 6 here. This would be 3, that would be 3. This would be 4. So C could not be medium. So this would be medium, so this could not be medium. This would be light, so this couldn't be light here, which means this wouldn't be light, so this would be light here. This would be 3, that's 4. This would be a 5, 6 pair, which eliminates 5 in the rest of the box. So this is 5 or 6. This is 5 or 6. Here's one of those two. This would be 3, 6 as a pair. 2 with a 1 ratio with 1 or 4. So none of these could be 2. So no 2 here, no 2 here. This would be, oh, well, H can't be medium. So that's, I guess, helpful. So medium here means this can't be medium here, which means this can't be medium. Ugh. That doesn't help too much, though. Yeah. Again, let's try it. This is 3. 3, 3, 4. No 3 or 4 here. This becomes 4 and 3 here. This is no longer light. This can't be light. This can't be medium, so that's light there. 3 means this is 2. Means that's 2. This must be a 2, 3, 6 pair. Eliminate 6 here. This can't be 1. It's 5, 6, or 7. No 3 or 4 here. It's 5 and 6, which eliminates 5 and 6 in the rest of the box. This seems fine. No 3, 3 here. This can't be medium because so it's blue or orange. So one of this can't be medium. So it's green, red, or yellow. So 2 can't be here. So this can't be 2. This can't be 3 or 4. It's 1 or 7 as S. So C would have to be one of these two. And then C would have to be one of these two. Okay, remaining digits in box 4 would be 5, 6, 7, 9. No 6 here, so it's 5, 7, or 9. This would be 4 here, 4 here, 1 or 4 here. Remaining digits of column 9, 3 would be 5, 7, or 9. So this would be 5, 7, or 9. Could not be 9. So it'd be 5 or 7. Right, it cannot, it could be green, it could be pink, red. It cannot be medium here. Okay. Obviously this would not be medium, so it's green, yellow, or red. Green, yellow, or red. Cannot be 2 here. Could be F. So far, this is looking fine. Where is 4? 4 has to be either here or here. In row 5, because it can't be any of these, because this is a 1-4 pair. Or, it's one of these two, obviously. So this cannot be medium. This can't be medium. Where is the medium, then, in column 7? Or in box 3, really. Can't be here because of medium in the box. This can't be medium because because in row 5, the medium has to be one of those two. So that means this would have to be medium. L can't be medium because it's here. I can't be medium because it cannot be one of these two. So therefore, one of these two is medium here, which means this can't be medium here. It has to be here. So then this would be medium and 4. So that would be medium, which would mean that's not medium. That's orange. This can't be orange. It's green. Orange eliminates orange here, so that's blue, which means this can't be blue. That's yellow, which means it can't be yellow, obviously. So this is green or red, which means 2 is one of those two. So A is yellow. This is not yellow then. So A would have to be 5, 6, or 7. Blue would be 5 or 7 because it cannot be 9. That means this has to be 9 here and is orange. So this would be orange, no orange here, no yellow here, no orange here. This is blue, so this cannot be blue. This would be not blue, so that's medium. So this would be medium here. So this would be 4 and 4, which would force 4 to be there. This is orange, so this cannot be orange. It has to be there. So this must be then 6. So A would be 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 3. This would be 6. Obviously, orange is 9. This could no longer be orange here. This can't be green, so it's light. So that would force this to be 3, and this would be light. So no green or orange, it's light, and that's 3, and we'd have a contradiction. So that shows this can't be 3. Okay. That's a long contradiction, but good to know. Yeah, I don't see any other way of going about this to solve that, because I think you just have to plug and play, right? So we know this is 5. T is 5, T is 5, T is 5, T is 5. So this must be 5 and T here. So this is not light. So medium could be one of those two. This is light, this is light. We have light here, that's light here, so this can't be light here. So I is one of these two. We don't know which. That eliminates 5 from the rest of the box. F cannot be light, but it could be G. So one of these two is light here. Remaining digits of column 3 are 2, 3, 7, 9. E cannot be 9, so E is 2, 3, or 7. C has to be 2, 3, 7, or 9. And we don't know what this is. Okay. So one of these two is a 5. We're not sure which. Can we set this to 2? Okay, so A cannot be 5. That's one thing. So these cannot be 5 either. So 1 out of 3 or 4 is here. It's in green or pink. Yeah, that was a pretty restrictive thing there. Hmm. Okay. This is 2 or 3, and one of these is guaranteed to be 2 or 3. Maybe that's what I should have been solving for. This is 2 or 3. One of these has to be 2 or 3. Because this is the same as that, and then this must be in a 1 to 2 ratio. So that eliminates 2 and 3 from the rest of the box. So this cannot be 2 or 3, it's 7. This cannot be 2 or 3, it's 9. Which forces this to be the other 2 or 3. So C has to be one of those two. So this becomes a 2-3 pair here. This is 7, and this is 9. And A can no longer be here, so A has to be 1 or 6. So this must be A here, which means this cannot be A here. So 1 or 6 is in a 1 to 2 ratio with only 2 or 3. So that's 2 or 3. So this must be the C. So this is guaranteed to be C. It cannot be G because C and G are in the same box. So this has to be not G, which makes that G. So then this is green, orange, and light. This cannot be orange because it's blue or medium. So no orange here. Remaining digits of box 4 cannot be 1, 2, 3. Could be 1, 4. Oh, we have a 1, 4, 6 triplet. So this is 7, 9. So this has to be a 7, 9 pair here, which means this cannot be orange. So G is not orange. G has to be green or light. And remaining digits in column 1 are 1, 6, 4, and 5. Okay. Right. Okay, so this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D, E. So this is 7 also. Which means blue cannot be 7. This is light. So we have G here, G here, G here. This is C, so this is blue or medium. This is A. So it cannot be F or H. Aha. Because F and H are these. So therefore, F and H have to be these combinations, these digits. Um, hmm. So B has to be one of these two. It's also one of these two. That means none of these could be 2 or 3. So it has to be 1, 4, 5, 6, or 9 here. Obviously, this can't be 5. It's 1 or 6 here to match with A. So this is blue or yellow. Blue or yellow. This could be 9. This cannot be 9 here. F cannot be orange because we have orange here. So F is not orange, therefore this can't be orange. This can't be orange anymore, so one of these two is orange here. And it cannot be G, so this must be orange here. And this must be orange here. So we have orange here, which means this can't be orange. That's green, which means this can't be green. It's medium, which means this can't be green. It's medium. No medium here, that's orange. So we have all the oranges are 9. K is the same as N then. This can't be medium. This can't be medium. None of these can be medium, therefore it's green, orange, and pink here. We kind of already knew that. 9 eliminates 9 here, so this is 7, which makes this 9. That eliminates 7 in the rest of the row, so R and AQ cannot be 7. It becomes a 1, 2, 6 triplet. No 5s here. 1, 2, 6 triplet eliminates 1, 2, and 6 in the rest of the box and row. So this can't be 1 or 2. It's 7, which eliminates 7 in the rest of the box. This is 3 or 4. This is 3, 4, 6 as a triplet, which eliminates 3 and 4 and 6 in the rest of the row. So A can be either one of these 3. This 1, 2, 6 triplet eliminates 1, 2, and 6 in the rest of the box. So this is 3, 4, 7. This is 3 or 4. This is green, so this cannot be green here. It's light. And this can't be green here. It's light. So therefore G is light and is 5. So we can remove the coloring for that. 9, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We know where the last 9 has to be. It has to be here. And we can remove all the oranges because we have all the 9s now. Okay. Two has to be red, yellow, or blue. So this cannot be green. It cannot be medium. Wait, that's not true. Yeah, it could be either of these. Never mind. Yeah, it's 2 or 3. 7 has to be green or pink because it cannot be medium. Cannot be red either. How did we know that? I forget. Hmm. No more 5 here or here. So these two cells match these two. But we don't know which is which. I is here, so it must match one of these two. Cannot be 5, so it's 3, 4, or 6 here. So I is 3, 4, or it cannot be K. So I has to be here. So it's blue, pink, or green. So this is I. This can't be I. So I's here. I could be the same as A. So A could be that one. But I is 3, 4, or 6. And is blue, orange, or green. Not blue, orange. Blue, pink, or green. Okay. F is medium, yellow, or blue. So B could be the same as F, or has to be F or H. We're not sure which. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. L has to be 1, 4, or 6. Okay. And it cannot be 1. Because of 1. Well, this is L. It's 3, 4, or 6. Cannot be 3. So L is 4 or 6. L is 4 or 6, which means 1 in row 1 has to be one of these two, which means this can't be 1. So it's 4 or 6 there. We have a 1, 3, 4, 6 quadruple in row 6, which eliminates 1, 3, 4, 6 in the rest of the row. Therefore, the greens are 7. So this is 7, this is 7. This cannot be green anymore. So this is 7. So this has to be green. No red or pink. This can't be pink. So this can't be green. This becomes a red-orange pair. No green here. 7 is green and cannot be here, so this can't be green. This can't be green. So we have blue and pink here. So 7 has to be one of these two. 7 has to be one of these two, but we don't know which. Okay, 5 eliminates 5 from the rest of the row, so this can't be 5. It's 1, 4, or 6. 7 eliminates 7 here. So S is 3 or 4 also. So we know the 2, 3 pair cannot be pink. Because they both see the, and, okay, yeah, C sees this cell, B sees this cell, and that's the 2, 3 pair to be in a 1 to 2 ratio here. So therefore, S has to be a 4. So S is 4, which makes N 3, which it's the same as K. So that's 3. So this cannot, this is then 3 also. This cannot be 3, it's 4 or 6, and it's the same as I. So I and L are 4 and 6 as a pair, which eliminates 4 and 6 in the rest of the box. We have a 1, 2, 3 triplet here, which eliminates 1, 2, and 3 in the rest of row 2. So A is a 6. So since A is a 6, that means this is 6. C has to be 3 to correspond. B has to be 2 to be in a 1 to 2 to be the other digit. So this is 3. This cannot be 6 here. So it's a 1, 4 pair. Blue or yellow is 6, so R cannot be 6. R is 1 or 2. F is also 1 or 2. This 6 eliminates 6 in the rest of the box. 3 eliminates 3 in the rest of the box. So F and H are a 1-2 pair. Doesn't... No. F could be 1 or 2. H could be 1, 2, or 4. Because it could be pink, right? Um... 3 is obviously not blue, it's medium. So this is medium, medium, medium. We can remove all the mediums then. Let's remove all the mediums because we have all the 3s, I believe. Nope, we have 8 of the 3s. The last 3 has to be here. So that's 3. Blue and yellow are 1, 2, and 6. Yeah, it's fine. Green cannot be here. So this is yellow or red is 2. Cannot be blue. Okay, so 2 cannot be here. So 2 cannot be blue. Six is here. 6 is one of those 2. We have 1 or 2 there. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so L has to be 4. So L is 4, I is 6. So I is the same as A, so this cannot be A. So this is 6, which means this can't be 6, so this must be blue. So this can't be yellow, it's blue. This is blue. This is blue, which means this can't be blue. It's yellow. No blue there. This can't be green, obviously, anymore. Yellow or red. No blue here. This is a blue, so no pink, no pink, no pink. No blue here. This is pink. We have pink here. This is pink. So this can't be pink here. So this must be pink here, which means this is 4. So blues are 6s. So this is 6. We can remove the blue coloring. So this has to be 1, 2 as a pair. This is yellow. This can't be, this is red and cannot be 4. So this can't be red here. It's pink, which means this can't be pink. It's red. So no 4 here. 6 eliminates 6 here. So this is 4 and this is 1. This is 1, 2 as a pair, which eliminates 1 and 2 in the rest of the row. So this is 4. That's 1. That makes this 2, which makes this 1, which makes that 2. That means yellow cannot be 2. So this cannot be yellow. It's red. This cannot be yellow. It's red. So all the reds are 2s, and all the yellows are 1, which makes this 4. This has to be 7, which eliminates 7 here. This must be 1, and this must be 7. And yeah, that was pretty hard. Obviously, well, this one probably could have been logic. Well, could it have been? I don't know. It was basic. We needed to figure out that this couldn't be 3, right? This obviously we could have eliminated 2 and 3 from here, but I don't think we could have eliminated 3 from being there necessarily. So that was the key in that situation. Yeah, other than that, the logic wasn't too bad. It's just basically a typical palindrome, like Sudoku solve. But yeah, the execution was pretty difficult. And looking at this logic was actually interesting. This also unlocked this portion, right? Because this had to be 7, 5, and 9, because if we tried to have 3 here, That forces it to be 9, which forces that to be 1. And that would eliminate all possibilities for these cells. All possible pairings for these, or it would eliminate 2 of the 4 it would eliminate most of the pairings that you could have, which would leave only 1 pairing left for 2 pairs there, which is not allowed. Yeah, just interesting little puzzle. The palindrome worked very well, and with the crop keys, which worked very well with the Whisper 5 line. So, very interesting. Very little puzzle. The spooky action at a distance. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.